Most people believe that their house and car are an asset. But what if I told you that they're actually not? Welcome back to Two Wallets, where I'm on a mission to help educate and teach younger generations about financial literacy and education. So in my last video, I went over the importance on learning and understanding what a financial statement is. So again, we got income, expenses, assets, liabilities, and understanding the cash flow of each class for a financial statement. So the poor class, the middle class, and the wealthy. If you're hearing this for the first time, financial statements, and you're like, what the heck's a financial statement? The poor, the middle class, the wealthy? Cash flow? What? Go back and watch my last video so you have a better understanding of what a financial statement is and the importance on how it plays in creating wealth. Moving on, today I'm going to be going over what are assets and why are they important? Like, why do we need them? How do they make such a difference when it comes to creating wealth or staying poor? Simple definition of an asset is something that brings money into your pocket rather than take it out of your pocket. So some small examples right now would be stocks that pay dividends, real estate property that brings cash flow, even online assets such as creating a YouTube channel, creating an ebook, or making an online store. But in my opinion, my personal opinion, the best asset you can work towards getting is a business, starting your own business, creating your own business. So, you're probably asking, Austin, so why are assets even important then? And it's simply because they're bringing money into your pocket. So again, going back to the financial statement, most people, when they get paid, they pay their expenses and then they buy liabilities. So they go right out of your financial statement into someone else's financial statement or into a bank's financial statement. But when you put your money towards assets, you're creating more money. You're putting your money to work. Money is working for more money. So in the diagram, from the asset column of the financial statement, it goes right back into your income statement or your income slot. So to give you a small example, like half a year ago, I bought silver at $32. I bought 8 pieces. Today, it is selling at $50 per ounce or per coin. So that was an asset that I saw and took advantage of, or took the opportunity to get, and it paid off. It's paying off. Now I would like to go over some misunderstandings most people have, especially older generations. So a lot of people believe that a car is an asset, when in reality, it usually isn't. Unless you're renting that car out as like a rental, it is not an asset. So taking on car payments, that is a big liability, especially early on. I know it is real tempting to go to the dealership and see those nice, beautiful new cars. But in reality, it's not worth it, especially in the beginning, because you're buying a liability. Another misunderstanding a lot of people have is a house. So a house or a home could be both. It could be an asset or a liability. A house is an asset when you rent it out and you have cash flow coming into your financial statement from renting out that property. But if you're buying a home and making payments on a mortgage for that home, it's a liability. You're taking money out of your pocket for that house. And then the last thing I would like to talk about is clothes and jewelry. A lot of people believe that they are assets, or they may feel like assets, but in reality, again, it's taking money out of your pocket. So it's not an asset, it's a liability, it's an expense. I remember when I got my first job working at a mechanic shop, I was getting paid $17 an hour. So I was bringing home some pretty big paychecks. We got paid every week. So I remember my first thing I wanted to buy was a new pair of running shoes. And then after that, I went down the spiral of buying new pants, new shirts, leather jackets. And at that time, I didn't have the understanding that they were liabilities. They weren't really benefiting me. Even though I wanted them, they weren't assets. They weren't helping me create financial freedom to build wealth over time. And now I most definitely regret that. I wish I would have put some of that money away, or put it into stocks, or just not spend them on liabilities. But it's too late for that now. That money's done being long gone and spent. The last misunderstanding that I would like to talk about, and I don't understand why people believe this so much, is that you need a lot of money to buy an asset. In reality, that's not true at all. It doesn't take $10,000 to go and invest, or invest in stocks, or to invest in your own knowledge or skills. That is an asset as well. Knowledge is an asset, and don't be deceived. Spending money on courses, on books, on education, it's not a liability, because you're learning, you're growing in skills. So don't be afraid to go out there and spend some money on some books. That's what I did in high school, since I realized that they weren't really teaching us much about money, and I wanted to learn about it. So I went out and I bought some books, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, The Psychology of Money. And I learned more from it, and it helped me get to where I am today. So don't be afraid to spend some money on your skills and knowledge first. But also don't be afraid to start a side hustle as well. Start a small business and grow it up. You'll be amazed at how fast you will grow financially if you start a little small side hustle. Even if you're in school, start selling some candies. I did that when I was in high school. I would buy these big packs of candies, and then I'd go around and sell them for $2, and it worked. You need to start thinking like an owner rather than a consumer. I feel like a lot of people our age, my generation, they're consumers. They're not thinking about creating, building. They just get on their phone on social media and they just scroll. Oh, that's a cool post. Like, scroll. But they never really think about creating themselves, building a social media page themselves, or a YouTube channel, which can be an asset later on in life. So yeah, that's a big mindset switch you got to understand. Be a creator, not a consumer. So anyways, next week I'll be going over the opposite side of the table. I'll be going over liabilities and how they might trap you without you even really realizing it. So if you like this video, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.